It's been 73 days since rugby, and I scarcely remember what it is anymore. I look around for clues. Is this rugby? Is this rugby? Is this? There must be a sign for what is rugby. I turn to the computer and I look at the laptop and I see the light. Rugby. Because it's happening, people. It's really happening. Rugby's coming back. It's very almost back. It's going to be back in just a couple of weeks. It's coming back on the 13th of June, which also happens to be my birthday. That's a complete coincidence, I'm sure. But thank you very much, Super Rugby, for setting it up as such. So we're going to see a competition once again between the 5 New Zealand Super Rugby sides. So 5 teams, 10 rounds, 20 matches. 2 a week, 1 on a Saturday, 1 on a Sunday. So I'm sure we're all asking, there's rugby fans from outside New Zealand, from outside the Super Rugby countries, who are wondering who are these teams that we're all going to have to watch as we try and just wean ourselves back onto rugby. Good news for everyone, the Barretts have been distributed evenly between the teams. No side has more than 1 this year. We have firstly the Crusaders, who have Scott.
Hey guys, just got home from collecting my new chainsaw chips.
They're the defending champions of Super Rugby. They've won it consecutive years. They're led by Scott Robertson, their coach, who is a phenomenal coach and a brilliant breakdancer. The Hurricanes currently have custody of Geordie Barrett. Now, they're an incredibly entertaining to watch team. They always like to run the ball. They are co-captained by Dane Cole and TJ Perenara, which kind of gives you an impression of the kind of team they are. Perenara, one of the most phenomenally talented rugby players I've ever seen, and Dane Cole's, who does mad things for hooker every time he touches the ball. Then we have the Blues, who are traditionally the weakest of the 5 New Zealand Super Rugby teams, except for this year, where they finally picked it up. They were having their best season in a long time until a global pandemic happened and meant that they couldn't continue. However, the season being called off was even worse news for the Blues, and even better news for them now that they're getting to play, because they just signed some new player by the name of, oh god, I've forgotten it. But Boden Barrett.
Boden Barrett.
Boden Barrett.
Boden Barrett.
Then we have another family tie linking the last 2 teams. We have the Chiefs, led by their coach, the one and only Warren Gatland, and the team including a number of stars from across the international game, right from any number of All Blacks to Canada captain Tyler Ardron, to their captain, and the new All Blacks captain named this week, one Mr. Sam Kane. And then finally we have the Highlanders, the home of Warren's son Bryn Gatland, who, I mean, amongst their other halfbacks include some lad called Aaron Smith.
Hey guys, I'm Aaron Smith.
And they've then got a sneaky number of real kind of hipster rugby favourites in amongst the numbers. Players like Josh Ioane, I love to watch. There's a load of those kind of players that fly under the radar, aren't necessarily playing in World Cups, but are really fun to watch on their side. Excitement hasn't been limited to New Zealand. We saw in France, one boy had a particularly productive lockdown period and has produced a wonderful tribute to his hero, Antoine Dupont. Wasps gave us all something to be excited by managing to give Gareth Edwards something to think about by scoring possibly the new greatest try of all time.
This is Marcus Watson, he's clean through and he has to score.
And I too got a chance to be extremely excited and proud this week, because during last year's World Cup, I kind of fell in love with the team from Uruguay.
We saw Uruguay, who are back there at the moment. That is a hat.
And this week, I got to speak to their wonderful, brilliant captain, Juan Manuel Gaminara. How is lockdown in Argentina? Uruguay. I got completely wrong there.
I didn't like that question.
No, I'm sorry. One thing that has happened during lockdown, we had a few weeks ago, World Rugby showed the Uruguay-Fiji game. They live streamed it again, and we saw a number of the Uruguay squad watching it live on Zoom. How was that? How was watching that back?
It was very good having those memories back, refreshing them. And yes, it was great to remember those times.
How many times have you watched that game back now?
Well, since lockdown, I think like 3 or 4. And it made total 10. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You've watched it a lot. I've watched it a lot. To the point in which for Christmas this year, my brother made me this. So he printed your speech from the interview after the game.
That's a bit. That's a bit excessive. I think.
I'm not going to lie, I haven't worn it that often, but I have worn it. That interview in particular, I think really captured a lot of people, and a lot of people really, really spoke to. How do you look back on that as well? And is that something you think about and you watch back often?
My girlfriend always laughs about me. I think I talked with my heart, and that's what it came. Not the best English, but
Emotional, yes,
try
yeah.
to speak what I was feeling.
And the other thing I should ask about, to be slightly self-serving for a moment, the email you sent me a few days ago.
Yeah.
Firstly, thank you. I'm very flattered. And had my videos then found the way to the team and to Uruguay?
Yeah, we watch them a lot.
That's
We
brilliant.
like a lot you to show the world about us and to get us to know. So yes, I think most of the guys saw your videos and all the stuff.
Thank you. No, thank you. That genuinely means a lot. As I say, the whole team gave me so much joy over that World Cup. I've never been to Uruguay, but I feel proudly Uruguayan in a way. So thank you very much, and I'm delighted that you've enjoyed them.
I'll then email you my account when the shirts, for the sales of the shirts, you can give me the percentage.
No, I owe it all to you.
And meanwhile, an equal amount seemed to be going on in Wales. So we saw a Wales 7's captain and a Wales 7 and captain both show two original new ways to entertain yourself during lockdown. Luke Juan showed this comprehensive guide of how to step yourself. It's truly quite impressive. And Ellis Jenkins became the sitcom star he always really should have been.
What do you got there? Is that pie?
Elsewhere in Wales, Brecon RFC, which is of course coached by one Mr. Andy Powell. They've still apparently got a golf buggy ban on their pitch, but they've started allowing sheep. Their pitch, whilst there's no sport on, has become home to 73 sheep. And continuing the Welsh note, this weekend, World Rugby will be showing the full quarter-final from the 2003 World Cup, in which Wales really pushed eventual winners, and part of this week's World Cup winners theme, England. Following the whole thing along live will be Tom Shanklin and David Flatman, who this week also took some time to really dive into the nicknames of that 2003 Wales team.
There he is, fish lips again. Bomb, he's got that soul glow. Got Disaster, Kerry Sweeney, Truckhead.
I like Wildebeest.
Now, if you think you can decipher any of those nicknames or have any particularly excellent ones to send our way, please do so. And also don't forget to keep sending us your skills using the hashtag Rugby'sGotTalent. Otherwise, I'll see you sometime next week for the next The Feed.